And now I realize that, from a Western point of view, I barely had a childhood. So I am, I realize, a childhoodless woman with a child in her arms.
My brother's suit's too big for me.
My parents will all not have children. We would be, at the very least, mad.
Where in the curriculum does it say what a child should do next?
There was a moment when I could have been identified as an uncool freshie.
The problem is that not everyone is as encouraging about my paranormal talents as Mum and Nan.
We never see each other as we are.
And you, Nana, are you a cousin or who?
We clocked each other, and I hadn't realized how alone I had been all this time.
It was an intolerably hot morning in July, on the day that Fancy and Nancy's youngest uncle, standing for a long time in his room, went crazy.
And watch them load their memories of this promised land into the back of a transit van.
This burden's never crossed your mind, 'cause you could never live as me.
Lakshmi, Sudeep, he left us in class 7. Why is he in the group?
She cannot leave a conversation, so she talks until tight smiles become excuses.
It's the optimism that's the worst.
2 years ago, I left the BBC like a prisoner on a life sentence who'd done his time without parole at a maximum security detention centre.
A Brazilian friend swears she was hired only because she mentioned in passing that she'd once lived on a canal barge.
I did it at university, carving away my sharp council estate edges and a lot of my personality to try and fit in with the public school Mirandas.
I was a black creative with no place, kept at bay by a media industry and a country with no race.
Everyone has some sort of racial bias anyway, am I right?
The captain looks at the slaves slumped on the deck.
Imagine an elephant wearing a top hat.
I'm not a subject to be read, bewildering, ironic.
And Beamy removed a single piece from a jigsaw puzzle of the solar system her brother had laid out on the dining room table.
We hold open passports and scars.
I've never offered to buy things off people's backs, but this cloak, it was magical. I had no choice.
We searched for our home in our radical love letters.
Diana hadn't intended to steal the knot out of the young woman's belly.
If I don't look again at the scars in this earth.
They walk in the quiet of the burnt bush. No bird song, no symphonies of frogs, no cicadas.
So if people like me are them, then who are we? Can this division be breached? Can one of them ever truly become one of us?
Later, in Vienna, my friend the communist would tell me of his own lost love.
The hill is everywhere beyond my front door.
Signs with words no one took time to read.
Children of empire who are taught to read and write love to employ mass as tools against him.
The man I was and the man I am now are as night and day.
But these qualities are not conducive to surviving ongoing invasion.
It wasn't easy trying to be a goth when the colour of my skin was golden and nowhere near the pale, transparent look that goths cherished.
Sheltering anonymous under greige umbrellas, you could be anywhere.
Not quite right for us is a challenge, a gauntlet thrown down. Will you take it on? Will you press and query? What is your version of right?